become best friends?
Yup.
Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
Yup.
Big part of friendship.
I like you. Do you like me?
I do like you.
You are my friend.
You're a nice young man, and I am your friend.
Shut up, Pete. We're not friends now. I don't need you anymore.
You're my best friend.
Friend requests.
The friend request?
Why you ain't accept my friend request, bro? But you don't want to be my friend.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Friend Request. It's Chloe Madron dropping in at the top of the episode, your host, of course. I just wanted to drop in to say hello. Thank you for listening to today's show. It is a ripper. It's been, just gold after gold, honestly, the last few weeks. This is crazy. The records in Melbourne are going well. I've finally kind of fixed the Ford up and the lighting for one of the last ones, so... Great. But no, it's going well. And I've got another episode all the way from the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. By now, it's probably over. I think the festival will be over. You can still catch my show in Sydney Siders, if you're around town. It's going to be at the Factory Theatre, I think the 3rd, 4th and 5th of May or something like that. Just look at the show notes or the link in my bio and you can get a ticket link for that one. The show is so fun. By now, it's probably like award nominated or awarded. Who knows? No, it's really fun. You should come see it. I love it. Very, very proud of it. International listeners or listeners elsewhere, don't fret. I will be touring the show around ASAP pretty much for the rest of the year. So I will let you know when I'm coming to a city near you or your city. That's how that works. As for everything else, I would love it if you guys want to like and subscribe and rate and review and all of that sort of stuff. You know, I absolutely love it. It feeds my soul. I might actually get some reviews. I'll figure out how to find them and read them on the pod. I think that could be fun. Because I love a little shout out from you and you might enjoy a little shout out from me. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. We'll find out. If you actually do know and you want to let me know what you think about that, feel free to always email the podcast at the friendrequestpod@gmail.com or you can DM the podcast, the Friend Request Pod on Instagram. Send me a little message. Tell me how you think I'm doing. Or just ask me anything. Tell me if you've got any stories or friendship dilemmas that you want advice with. Anything you want on the podcast, just let me know. I love it. I love chatting to you guys. I love the requesties. You guys are my best friends. That's crazy. But you are. No, you guys are awesome. Who else is awesome, you ask? Well, that'd have to be today's guest. You know, you've probably seen him on many things, the internet. For sure. The reels and clips of all the things he's doing are always great fun, but actually the shows themselves are phenomenal. He's been on Have You Been Paying Attention? Thank God You're Here. Taskmaster New Zealand. That was a good one. Oh my goodness. He actually also has his own show, Guy Montgomery's Guy Mont Spelling Bee, which does give away who today's guest is. It's the wonderful Guy Montgomery. Welcome to the Fort.
Thank you so much. I'm really impressed.
Thank you. You'll have to come and do it in Sydney sometime because it is way more impressive.
You, what is not in frame, but you've got knots you've used. You've tied things to other things to create this fort in a way that is deceptively practical and impressive to me.
Thank you. It's always on the strings, and the way that it's tied up now, it doesn't mess up the strings, so that when it gets home, it'll still tie up to my setup.
Yeah.
The way it usually does.
Well, you traveled this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought it could be crepe paper, but it's
crepe paper. That would be so fragile.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't travel that. This is the real deal. This is the
fort, baby.
Yeah, this is high thread count. This is nice.
I think there's only going to be so much time in the fort though before I have to build another one.
So you must have always been good at this.
I don't think I ever had the opportunity to do this. I think that's why I love doing it for the pod.
Yeah.
You know, reliving childhood but making it better.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way I would have put something like this together. I mean,
if you're constantly chasing the tail of improving your own childhood, you'll have no time to enjoy adulthood.
That's true. Hey, it's just once a week.
Yeah.
I've got 1 hour a week. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Thank you.
And then I guess, because when you're constructing the fort, you must be like, you're thinking about why you're building the fort. You're like, I'm going to do the podcast in the fort. And then you pack it down. You think, that was a nice time in the fort.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Yeah, totally. I mean, sometimes when I'm constructing it, I'm more like, shit, just get it up. Someone's on their way.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But for the most part, it's pretty chill. It's pretty nice. And when I was actually like building it, because it's all sewn together, it's just literally hanging it up. But when I was building it, it was a bit of fun. The lights came in after an episode with Mike Goldstein that had some technical difficulties.
Oh, no.
And I already had the lights like dangling, but they were in the way. And because I was so anxious about the fact that half of the episode didn't record, I just stayed up all night like sewing the lights into the thing, just being like, focus on something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just hate yourself.
Yeah, you're not running a podcast until you've lost like several episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And
Is this recording?
it's recording.
You can see the audio waves.
You can.
And you can always see that, so you'll never experience that.
Not anymore. Yeah, it used
Yeah.
to be behind me. Now it's here.
That
I've
would've-
learned.
Yeah. It's really good. Sometimes I'll bet you must be having to put this up when you're not in the mood, and you think, why the fuck am I doing this fucking fort?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've done a record like mere seconds after having a big cry.
Yeah.
That's happened,
That's what life is like sometimes, isn't it? As you don't you don't experience the emotions at the most convenient time.
No.
And then you've got
I
to,
try to.
and you can't. Well, of course, we all try to, but that's sociopathic sometimes.
I pencil it in.
Yeah, so you do them, and then you've got to because you're not allowed to share all of your emotions with everyone because it makes people uncomfortable.
I didn't know
and
that.
So, this is what I'm learning, and so you'll be having a big moment, and then you'll just have to flip a switch, and you go, "This is what I'm actually like."
Maybe if you're a professional.
Yeah.
Not me.
Well, you must have had to do comedy when you're in a bad mood,
Absolutely.
and you think,
Honestly, I think it helps.
really,
With me personally.
Yeah.
Like I've had my period the whole time during the festival, and I think that's helped because I'm just kind of like, I care less. I care about the show. I
Yeah.
care about the festival, but I want it less from the audience.
Yeah,
They can't
yeah.
sniff as much desperation off
I
me.
see.
I think that benefits me.
It's a big period. It needs to last another 2 weeks to ride that thing through
Well,
the whole.
I'm only doing a half festival.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, now that you bring it up, I have endometriosis. So yeah, it lasts
Well, there
a
you
long
go.
time.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. But
Solidarity. I don't have it, but solidarity.
thank you.
Yeah.
Guy, you're a pretty likable guy.
Oh, thank you.
I think you know that.
It's nice to,
It's good to
I
hear.
I don't do it to be likable. You
was
just
gonna
try to be
ask.
friendly.
Are you? But is it important to you?
Am I a people pleaser? Is
I
that?
suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Less so maybe now. I mean, there's no I feel pretty lucky. There's no reason to be mean to anyone.
Yeah.
And if I don't really want to hang out with someone, I just won't hang out with them.
That's
It all feels
good.
pretty straightforward
That's
sometimes,
good. Yeah. I think that's growing up as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, just I like to I just honestly, it's why I started doing comedy. It's how I've always been. I just like to have a laugh, and so
Yeah.
you just gravitate towards people who make you laugh, or
Yeah.
people you can make laugh, and
That's
then
nice.
anything else, you're sort of like, well, that's okay, that's nice for you, but I'm not going to bother with all of that, whatever it is.
Yeah. That's okay. That's healthy. That sounds
Yeah.
way better. Because
But yeah,
I don't know. I just having a laugh is great, but also it's nice to be liked
yes, of course.
to get the
Well,
affirmation.
Yeah. Well, it can be when interpersonally, it's all good because you're just hanging out with your friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you're doing, I don't know, it's a funny time to record a podcast because if you're in the middle of the festival, it's so no one in the world cares, which I really like. I think
They don't
I
even
find
know.
that so liberating. You walk around Melbourne, no one gives a flying fuck that you're here.
No.
But the actual world of it can be so consuming and immersive
Yeah.
that you can sort of lose your mind. Where it can be you sit, you wait. For me, I've got a little holding pen before I can go on the stage, and you sit there by yourself in the dark for like 15 minutes while the audience comes in.
Yeah.
And then you go out and it's all lights and everyone listens to you for an hour, and then you finish and you're just back in the holding pen, and it's super, it's a really intense shift.
Isn't it?
And if you don't see someone after this, for me, if I don't see someone after the show, I do feel like I'm going crazy. You feel quite isolated.
It is really nice having like either fans at the show or even a friend coming, another comic seeing it, so that you can talk to them like, I didn't make that up, right? Like you were there for that.
Yeah.
We all had that
yeah
experience together.
I think that is the thing, is when you're doing the same show quite a lot, you do need occasionally an outside eye. You just need perspective, because you do go, if it's just you thinking about it all the time, you do feel like you're going loopy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Are you experiencing that because it's your first time doing it?
It's my first time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I think I've tried to take a moment after every gig to talk to my tech a lot. She's a sweetheart. She's 18, so she'll listen to me babble on. She's lovely. I try to take a moment. I kind of reflect on it, which helps feel less crazy.
What else do you do to decompress? Because you've been saying you've been very well behaved.
I have been. I try to walk to the next thing I'm doing. Yeah. Which helps.
Yeah, the walking's good.
Yeah, any physical activity. It's the same with before the show. I dance. There's a little spot, like a little bar that's not open in my venue, and so I hide in there while the audience comes in.
And you're listening to your music that's playing.
I've got my playlist on. It's a bit of Taylor Swift, and I'm like dancing like I've never danced before.
Yeah, that's. I think that's so good. I used to try and make myself. Sometimes I'll make myself do improv exercises by myself. Because otherwise I'm just sitting there and I'm so serious. I'm meant to be as funny as I can be. I'm sitting there and I'm just like.
That's so smart. What are the improv exercises?
They're pretty embarrassing. One of them is called 5 Ways. Yeah. Because I did improv for a long time. And so it's like you do 5 ways to climb a ladder, and then you just make them, they could be real. It's like straight up the guts, 1. And you just come up with 5 things. It's just to like stop your brain from, I guess, judging your thoughts. You just get 5 things out.
Okay.
And there's another one about 5 things about Michelle Obama. And again, you just make up 5 things about, and it's just basically just to get you out of your own head.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's no, it's not. It's the opposite of cool,
it's not cool.
But it's functional.
Yeah.
It's not cool in the traditional sense. Certainly not something I'm doing in front of anyone else or would want anyone ever to hear.
I mean, I'm definitely going to try and find this little hidey hole that you're in. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. But I think it's stuff like that, like, dancing or whatever, or trying to, I used to talk about it on stage where, I'd say I go the extra mile. I try to get in a funny mood before I come here, which was true. But I don't know. I felt I'm being funny when I have to, but before the show, I'm feeling so serious. And I think,
totally.
Get out of your head, man.
Totally. I know. I don't know if you know my boyfriend Jacob Lingard.
I might do.
Yeah. He's very serious before gigs.
Yeah.
He's so serious. He's got a golf in his own little corner. He's got his book, and I'm like, I'm already prepared. At that point, I want to hang out with
feel
people,
normal.
talk. Feel normal. Just kind of.
Everyone's different.
Relax. Everyone is different, I guess.
I know. John Cruikshank is the guy who I love for it, because he's just, you'll be talking to him like this, and then his name will get called and he'll just walk out. It's like he's still having the same conversation. I think it's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no delineation between who he is on either side of the curtain.
Not at all.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. Do you feel like there's a bit of a difference for you?
It's just a slightly more elevated version, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But there is a difference, and I sometimes when I'm really in the pocket, I can feel relaxed and I can just walk up and it's okay. But most of the time I need a minute or so beforehand.
Yeah, fair.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Speaking of being cool before, were you cool as a kid?
I never thought I was cool. I never thought I was particularly uncool. Just sort of like middle of the road.
Okay.
But I don't know. I was consumed by the thoughts of what was cool or who was cool.
Yeah.
And the coolness, I was never at the top of the food chain in terms of cool. Was my read. Yeah. But who knows? There'll be other people maybe who I was at school with who thought, damn, he's cool.
He's the coolest.
They might have thought that. They probably didn't, but they might have thought that. But as you get older, I was like, the thing that is cool is to not think about this at all. The thing that is truly cool is just not to care. And really bothered me that didn't occur to me earlier, because I was so
Yeah.
consumed by, I like to wear an item of clothing that had a very obvious brand that I
Yeah.
thought was cool, and I thought that was good collateral, which is just madness.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's I mean, culture, TV, all of that, shoving it down your throat of what is and isn't cool, and just highlighting that.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because
normal.
now, I don't know. I try to stay off the internet, sort of. I just want
I
to.
gathered that from our communication.
Yeah, I know. I felt like the oldest man. I told you to stop messaging me on Instagram and send me an email.
Don't phrase it like that. I wasn't messaging you relentlessly.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, but I said, look, I'm trying not to use Instagram. And then even when I got here, I sent you an email to
Yeah,
be
I saw
like,
that when I was coming down.
and I
Like, Jesus
thought, you must think this is that is crazy behavior, isn't
should
it?
have given you my number. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? This is.
I kind of like the formality. I like that though. But yeah, like I think, I don't know if it's the case, but I imagine there's always going to be cognizance of what's cool or not for people at school. But I feel like younger people these days are maybe less in their heads about it.
I think they're presenting that way because they're self-aware because of things like the internet. But I think it's.
I think everyone's got the same angst.
I think so. I think it's perfectly natural. It's a part of growing up because you're trying to find a community, right? You're trying to fit in.
Yeah.
It's just basic survival instincts. At
Yeah,
that
yeah.
point.
Were you probably already talked about this, but I don't know. Were you cool?
The coolest.
Were you actually?
No.
Ah.
No, man. I, as a kid before teen years and stuff, there was I don't know why I did this. I brought little statues. I had a bunch of little statues at home. I brought a couple of them to school and made them get married and made everyone watch.
Well, you must have had charisma if you get everyone to watch that.
I had something.
Yeah,
I
you
had
had little
something.
statues. And how was the ceremony received? What was the
people
buzz
thought
afterwards?
They thought it was quite odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah, I remember having my one friend who's still my oldest friend. I adore him from primary school. He even said to me, he was like, Chloe, you can't be doing that. That's too much. Yeah.
That is a good friend.
Yeah.
To tell you.
Yeah, he is a great boy. And he was cool. So,
Really?
yeah, he was one
see,
of the coolest.
There is nothing cooler than someone who is cool in the eyes of the student body,
the masses.
but also with a heart of gold. That is the
Yeah.
apex of cool.
I know. He's so
And then,
cool.
I think as you get older, you're like, well, I would like to be more like that.
Yeah, just good.
Yeah.
And I do think maybe he's one of those people who never really thought too much about it.
Yeah, that's
Have
nice,
fun.
isn't it? That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, just have fun and be kind.
Yeah, that's the way.
It's pretty cool.
It's straightforward, isn't it? Simple game when played correctly.
It really is. How old were you when you started comedy?
22 or 23?
So pretty little. Okay. I read that you moved to Canada to start.
Hell yeah.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Was it really because you didn't want your friends to see you be bad at it?
Sort of, yeah.
That's so cool.
Well, I didn't have the self-discipline to start going to open mics. Didn't have any friends who were doing comedy because I
Yep.
didn't know anything about it.
Of course.
I just knew I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean. Am I still in
Oh,
frame
of
here?
course. I believe so.
Okay, nice. And yeah, so I was just having more fun hanging out with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, why would I want to go and be bad at stand-up comedy at an open mic where I don't know anyone? Which is probably slightly close-minded. But the fix I had was because also all of my friends started getting their careers, getting
yeah.
their full-time jobs.
What,
And I thought,
22?
yeah, I guess.
Fucking hell.
I guess, yeah. And so I thought, well, I'll just go and have a go at this.
Yeah.
And I'll go somewhere I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
Because then I'm not missing out on anything. If I go to an open mic,
Yeah.
I'm the only thing I'm missing out on is being at home by myself.
Yeah, right.
And so then the only friends I made were doing comedy and open mics.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and it's when you're new, everything's so exciting and fresh, and you gravitate over time. You do enough shows with the same people, and you learn who you get along with.
Yeah.
And who you think is funny, which is probably, to go back to the cool thing, and not want to be judgmental, but I think naturally you gravitate towards people who share a sense of humor.
Yeah, totally.
You're more likely to be friends with the people who you find funny.
Yeah, I think it's a massive part of all connection and relationships.
Yeah.
It's such an important thing. When I hear about like romantic relationships where it's not important, like you hear all those statistics where like men don't care if women are funny or don't like it. I'm like, I mean, they're not living life, and none of the men I know are like this. You know,
yeah.
everyone's got like the best, funniest partner. Cause
Yeah. Intolerant too. Everyone's got very tolerant partners.
Well, everyone in comedy.
Wow.
They've got it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't like it when women are funny.
Well, no, I heard you saying that you don't think any are funny. Right?
Well, yeah, that was a private phone call. But yeah,
No, we're fair.
I kid. I'm being a bit of a silly Billy.
It's pretty silly. You're famously silly.
Why? I try to be. I think it's good to be silly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I think it keeps you young.
Are you silly?
Very.
Yeah. Silliness.
What, do I come across as serious?
No, you don't actually. You've
That's
built
good.
a fort. You know,
Yeah.
you're in like formal pajamas. It's not very serious.
You know, you say formal pajamas. That's the read I got on this when I got these from my younger sister.
Yeah.
She was like, bitch, I wore them to a wedding.
Yeah, well, it looks a lot like something that my partner Chelsea has also worn to a wedding.
Yeah. I think it's like quite a nice outfit, and I'm like, it's PJs.
It's all about setting, though, isn't it? Like you
is.
can wear that to a wedding,
And you can dress it up.
and you can wear it in the
You dress
floor.
it down. Yeah.
I'm not in pajamas.
You're
'Cause
not
I'm,
in
well, I'm
pajamas.
in. I'm in my day now. So I'm like, imagine being in your day and you just swing by a fort for an
Yeah.
hour of your day.
Yeah, it's very different to when I'm shooting in Sydney, because people are usually driving and they
Yeah.
can drive straight there and they can
Yeah.
have either a change of clothes or be in their PJs and it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy to say, hey, come to my hotel in pajamas.
Well, yeah, I was on the bus too, and I was like,
Exactly.
you can't really ride the bus in PJs,
No.
and I don't have PJs.
Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense.
Like she had at the end of my show last year, the last big bit was about me trying to buy pajamas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How did it end?
Well, I sort of, I don't know if it's peer pressured. My partner and stepdaughter was giving me grief because I don't have pajamas. And then one day I was like, well, when they were out of the house, I was like, I'm going to get some pajamas. And then they'll think, he's cool now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I got stoned before I went and bought them, and I just bought an awful pair of pajamas, and I sort of they wanted to see them, and they laughed at me. It was sweet. But,
Okay, that is sweet.
But I never wore them again. They laughed at me pretty hard.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think you could pull off like a night dress with a little cap.
Yeah,
I
the
think that'd be-
classic
yeah.
Willy Winky.
Willy Wanky?
Willy Winky.
Willy Winky?
Wee Willy Winky.
Who the hell is that?
Wee Willy Winky runs through the town,
Is this some
upstairs
New
and
Zealand
downstairs
thing?
with his nightgown.
What?
That has to be no. That's not just New Zealand.
No,
I
that
don't think
could
we
be.
came
I have
up with.
many gaps in knowledge.
Yeah.
I have a
That
terrible
to me
education.
feels British.
Yeah, I suppose.
If you look up Wee Willy Winky, you'll see a picture of what you were describing.
Okay.
It'll be a cartoon, but you'll see it.
I was just picturing like the Scrooge.
Yeah.
Which-
Well, Willy Winky and Scrooge, I think, have the same stylist.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Get in contact. I think
Yeah.
you should maybe, I don't know. I think they should dress you.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Scrooge is even spending on a stylist.
Oh
Famously
my God,
frugal.
so true.
Hey, you gotta look your best.
So you're a stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, I have had many stepdads.
Oh wow.
I love them. No,
You love them
only
all.
two.
Okay,
But it's a cool role.
Well, yeah,
Very
it's
cool
sort
role.
of it's different for everyone. I met
Yeah.
my stepdaughter when she was 2,
Yes, okay.
and so. And, God willing, she'll only have one stepdad her whole
Mm-hmm.
life. And so,
It's ideal.
I've been doing it for 6 years now, I guess. And,
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
So what? She's 8.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. God. Yeah. Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
How'd you do that?
Thank you. I won't tell.
Show us behind the curtain. How'd you do it?
I'm very smart. I'm trying to show off. I know you're very smart.
Yeah.
An intellectual comedian. Oh my God. That must be very fun seeing her kind of explore and discover the world.
Yeah. Well, she's amazing. And
Yeah.
sort of, totally different from how I was
Yeah.
as a child.
In
so
what way? I mean, a
just-
girl.
Well, a girl for a start, yeah. But no, just you know, I grew up. I was in a nuclear family, so her entire experience of the world. She's got two. She's had the same stepmom the whole time I've been there too. Her
Yeah.
whole life, she's had 4 parents.
Yeah, that's
You know, she's got this beautiful, really, just incredible life. Well, I don't know. I don't know. That's how. I don't know how she tells it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you know, she gets a lot of the world, and I
Yeah.
really like that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Do you
Yeah.
think she's cool?
Yeah, she's cool. She's cool in a way where she's not consumed by what you know. She's free.
Yeah, I mean,
And
she's
I,
8.
I don't know how you maintain that.
Yeah.
And as you know, as any form of parental figure, all you want to instill is like just stay there. You know, you don't
Of
worry
course.
about the perception of others. You got to be respectful to people, but don't worry about that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's hard, you know, like
That's hard.
you're letting go. You know, you can't live life for people.
No.
Did you get along? Because I'm lucky because, you know, we've always known each other as far as she's concerned.
Yeah.
But were you young when you met one of them? You must have been.
I was. My first stepdad, I think. Well, my parents split up when I was 3.
Yeah.
And then
Do you remember that?
A little. I remember
Mm-hmm.
being really confused, and I remember thinking that splitting up meant they were going to get chopped in half, and being really upset about
Yeah.
that. And then they explained it, and I was like,
Oh, like you.
I thought
you
they were going to get physically cut in half.
Yeah, that's great. That's good
I
kid
was
thinking.
so upset, and then they explained it, and I was like, "That's fine,
When
guys."
you imagine them getting cut in half, was it down the middle?
Down
or
the
was
middle.
It, oh wow!
Yeah,
So they get
yeah,
split.
yeah,
And then
split.
did you think that they get stitched together as?
No, I just thought they were both going to die.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can see
a little
that, you know,
crazy.
splitting up. It's like the literal interpretation of
Yeah,
what
I was
it's
so
saying.
little. I was
Yeah.
so small, so that's all I could understand. And then they're just like, "No, we're just not going to live together anymore." And I was like, "Cool, you guys fight all the time.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should probably do
This is
that."
better than what I was imagining.
Yeah.
And better than what we
Yeah.
have.
It made so much sense for them to break up. And then my first stepdad was actually like close friends with my dad
Yeah.
and mum. So I already knew him,
Yeah.
and I still just adore him. Like,
Yeah, cool.
thank him. Wouldn't be who I am without him.
Amazing.
Yeah. And my current stepdad, he came into the picture when I was like 13.
Yeah.
And again, exactly the same. Wouldn't be
Good guy.
myself without him. Amazing guy.
Yeah, that's
like
nice.
just yeah, I fucking love my step parents.
Oh, that's so good.
I've got so many of
You've
them.
got a collection, yeah.
I've got 6 parents in total.
Yeah. Very
2 on
impressive.
each side. Yeah, no, it is. But they're
Have
all.
you ever got them all together?
Oh, we do it all the time.
Everyone?
Yeah, my ex stepdad, the first stepdad, he's not so much. He lives in Tasmania.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's the only one who's not really involved. He's not in the family chat.
Yeah, he's not in the thread.
Only because of him and my mum's split being not so great.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, it would be. That's pretty impressive.
It's impressive as it is.
What you've got is crazy.
It is. And my ex stepdad, he is like besties with my dad again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like before he moved to Tassie, they would do MMA training together every
Wow,
week.
you
And
gotta-
like,
You got an incredible.
it's a crazy family,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they're awesome.
This is like a modern. This is a modern American sitcom.
Oh,
The
yeah.
blended family.
Oh, don't think mum's not pitching it.
Yeah,
She's dying for me to like get some fame so that we can get the
You can get it off
reality
the
show.
ground. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. Oh, yeah. Interesting. I love to hear about people like with kids, just watching them kind of get into it all. And I think it'll be really interesting when she gets to teen years.
Yeah, it would be fascinating.
Yes.
And you know, I wish her all the best and everyone involved.
As you should.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna have more babies or just the one?
Who's to say?
Who knows? My
Yeah.
God. Yeah, it's
a
a very
mystery.
personal question.
Yeah,
isn't
it
it
is.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I think I deflected nicely.
I think you did. And you're quite busy of a superstar yourself.
No.
No?
Well, I don't know. You know, I've just been going along for so long now,
Yeah.
and then it you know, and now it feels like people are starting to come along to the shows and pay attention. Not that they weren't before, but now
takes
you can
time.
feel the I can, you know, feel the lucky hand touching me for a
Yeah.
little bit, and so
Good.
yeah, which is nice. But you just want to, you know, you want to stay the same. You don't want to become a maniac or anything.
like with ego stuff.
Yeah, you just want to
Yeah.
feel like your life's the same and
Yeah.
everything's the same. I don't want to I don't want to feel any different. I like my life. I like how I am.
We're very humble. You've come into my fort. So
Yeah, wow, yeah. Nothing's humbling like a fort.
I think that those sorts of post-show things and all of that sort of stuff probably really help. Like in terms of not feeling so crazy. Because, you know, if you just went from like show to TV shoot to show and all this, just getting amped up all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
That would
No,
kind of set you off.
I don't think I could handle that. I think
No.
I like this. We stay in my friend Chris Parker, who's a New Zealand comedian as well. We're staying in the suburbs, and I like getting out. You know, I just like going and sort of just trying to live like I'm a regular person in Melbourne. You know, I go to the same cafe, and I like all of that. You know, I like all that plain stuff.
Oh, that plain stuff?
Well, like I just, you don't want to get too amped up or anything.
No, because it breaks people's brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
I've met a couple of like old, not very famous, but like older celebrities.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're not all there.
No,
You know?
no. Well, because none of it is, none of it's real, and none of it is permanent.
Yeah.
And so, if you believe it is real and or permanent, your life is going to be constant disappointment.
God, right.
And so you just have to be like, well, no, this is just air. This is
Yeah.
it's nice. I'm getting some
Yeah.
air blowing on me, but it's not. It's not like the wind is never blowing in the same direction all the time.
No.
And then, you know, like you see people going up, you see them flattening out, catch them on the way back down. How you going? You know, that's what it's like.
Yeah. It's scary to see. It's scary to aim for as well, because it is inevitable for everyone.
Huge success. Yeah.
No, not a huge success, but if you do get any, it is inevitable to ebb and flow.
Of course.
Or the alternative is being like, you know, pretty fucking huge. And that sounds really scary, like a Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, that would be
sounds
so
pretty
hard.
fucking hard.
But you know, like, I guess, it would be hard. I've always thought the people who become really mega famous, like the Biebers and stuff, I think, I don't know if this is a broader theory or if I thought of this, so I don't know if I've stolen something somehow.
You probably were the
by
first person
osmosis,
to think
but
of it.
like, you get in the age that you become famous, is
Yeah.
basically that gets locked in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you continue to develop, but your impression of the world gets kind of fixed at whatever age it is. So if it happens at 14 or 15, life's going to be really hard for a long time,
Yep.
because you need to fuck it up to break out of it.
Yeah.
Really. Unless
Yeah.
you've got the most powerful protection and like stable unit around you.
Yeah.
But Taylor's sort of like, you know, she got steadily famous, crazy famous, but
Yep.
steady rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she does have a lot of smart people around her, but I think also just being torn down relentlessly by press and all of that sort of stuff.
Well, you
is-
just can't, you know, like you can't engage.
Yeah, I know. But I think it kind of made her a little crazy to a point where, you know, she kind of disappeared for a few years.
Yeah.
Like she was still putting music out, but she was living out in the bloody woods. And that seemed to really help. I don't know. I'm a big fan, and I've watched her documentary and I'm like, how are you so human?
In that documentary, was she in the woods?
No, it was after. It was Miss Americana.
But she made a movie about herself in the woods, didn't she?
I think so.
Or maybe like like you could see her in the studio
Yeah,
when she was in the woods or
yeah.
something.
You can see. No, there's a lot of footage from then.
Yeah.
In this one, in the documentary, it's kind of like.
Well, because Kanye went to the woods, but he didn't come out better for it. He
No.
he just spent too much time with himself.
Yeah, I think she was with her partner for a lot of it, and he was ex-partner. He was an actor, but he was very much like prioritizing privacy and normalcy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems helpful.
Yeah. Got to get
These
with
are-
that guy.
Yeah, these are important things to know when you're shooting
Yeah,
for this stuff.
Yeah. But it's never, you know, like all you ever want, or all I wanted to do was be funny,
Yeah.
you know? And then all of this
yeah.
stuff, you take just being fun, you know, this is great. But what's, you know, it's fortunate, but it's not, I guess it's bonus content, or it's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
whole time you're just trying to be funny.
That's awesome.
That's all you want to do.
That's great. And so, like, you've been on many TV shows with many friends of yours, right? Friends, colleagues,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call them.
I'll call them both.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not just colleagues.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very good. I imagine that's quite fun.
That's the dream.
It's the dream.
That is honestly, if you ever get to do one with a friend,
Yeah.
anything, like if any I mean, to get asked to do a show, of
Yeah.
course, is huge. But then when it gets to the point when you're doing it and a friend is there as well,
Yeah.
and you remember like 10 years ago when you were both eating shit in a, you know, like a Mexican restaurant to 3 people who didn't know the show was happening.
Yep.
And then you're like, you know, with each other and they're filming it. That feels pretty unreal because you're
Yeah.
like, wow.
That's so cute.
We did it.
That's so cute. Do you with that in mind, do you like, because you've got Guy Montgomery's Guy Mont Spelling Bee, do you like advocate to have certain friends on or anything? Or?
Yeah, I mean, those, you know, how the shows get booked is always, it's a cross negotiation
I would
from
imagine
many
so.
people.
Yes.
So you know, but I'm always angling for basically, and it's kind of crazy to think about it like this, but yeah, I always will try to have one person that I have a very close
Yeah.
friend, or like, you know, if I can, someone
Yeah.
who I can look to and I'm like, that's my guy right there, you know, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Because then it's just fun. I mean, that show was just fun in the first place, and then it got
seems
bigger
it.
than it was.
Yeah.
And then, you know, to try and maintain the same essence or magic of why it got to where it got to, it's like, well, I'm just trying to annoy people I like, you know. And so you got to.
I have literally kind of that written down. I was going to ask if you enjoy humiliating your friends for not being able to spell.
It's not. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not trying to humiliate them, but it is. You are trying. You know, like it's fun to. It's meant to be fun to watch and annoying to take part in. Really. Because I like, you know, I like trying to get my friends in knots or whatever. Or you
Yeah.
deliberately misconstrue something they say, and you try to get them on the hop, and you know,
Awesome.
like just in conversation or whatever. Where you're just trying to make, you know, it's a fun game, I think, to try to make everyone look bad, or like not look bad, but like you're like, I can't believe you say that, you know,
Yeah,
even though
totally.
you're willfully misconstruing something, and so it's like an elevated version of that you can share with people, and
I love that.
yeah, I mean, that is nice. A lot of the DNA, because I got to do Taskmaster New Zealand,
Yes.
and doing that, I was like, this is the best job I've ever had.
That's what Ray said the other day.
And then
Yeah.
you're kind of, you're just putting your brain, you trust the format, you trust the show, and basically you're just opening the lid on your head, and everyone can look at how your brain works in different lateral thinking situations, more or less. And that's kind of amazing. And so I wanted to try and, you know, emulate parts of that through the medium of spelling.
Have you always been such a big fan of spelling?
YES.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Yes. I know you're good with numbers,
Sorry, thank
but
you.
yeah,
No,
it seemed like
I
you
can't
yeah.
read. I can't write. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm borderline a little
Yeah,
bit.
no, I do like it. English was the one I liked at school and
Yes.
stuff.
It's always the cool one, right? I feel like English teachers were cool.
They've got they've got more license to be cool.
For
I guess, and of
sure.
course, if you're a teacher, you would want to be cool, but that's a slippery slope. Wanting to be cool for teenagers,
Agreed.
alarm bells.
Yeah.
But how could you not want to? Because these are the people you're spending all the time with. So you're like, well, I want them
Yeah.
to like me.
Yeah, and if
But
you
you can't
if you
tether
don't
your
get-
self-worth to that. Sorry.
No,
You
it's
go.
okay. If you don't get it, like they could take control so easily.
Mm.
You need the respect, but you also need the coolness so that they listen
Yeah, it's.
properly.
I think it's so intimidating to be a teacher, to be in charge of those. You know, I did some orientation week gigs this year to 18, like 500 or 1,000 18-year-olds at once, and it was like those were nerves like
Yep.
totally unique from anything else.
Yeah,
And
they're
I was
scary.
not good. I did not do well on the gigs.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't eat shit, but I was not good at my job. And it's funny because you do these gigs where it's like you're basically, you're getting paid. You get paid well
Yep.
to be bad at your job.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just confusing in comedy with the correlation between
So
what
weird.
you get paid for, and then you'll go to a bar gig and you'll just be the best you've ever been,
Yep.
and you'll get like a drink. and then you know, and then
Yep.
you go and you just suck for half an hour to like 500 18-year-olds, and you get really well compensated, and you're like, but I was just bad at that.
It doesn't make sense. But I mean, I guess it's kind of nice that you get compensated more for something that you don't
Well, you're getting,
enjoy.
but you're getting paid
Yeah.
for the experience of it being bad. Basically,
Yes.
it's like corporates.
'Cause you
But
wouldn't do it otherwise.
It elasticizes the value of it gets distorted where it's like, you know, there's not always a correlation between what you're doing and what you're getting paid.
No.
And it's sort of, you're like, well, what is, you know, it's confusing.
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost did a corporate before the festival run, and I'm so glad I said no. Because I don't think, I mean, I used to book some corporates. I wouldn't book myself for a corporate. I love a bit of crowd work. I could do that. But in terms of material, it's not like,
It's not a match.
no. No. I
No.
like dark stuff and personal stories,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like just not appropriate.
Keep it light. You just want to keep it light on the service level to corporate.
Yes, for
you
sure.
can't really go up there and do your one-woman show being
No,
like,
let me tell you about my, I don't know,
Yeah.
childhood trauma. Like, no, blah.
Yeah.
No good. I just thought it would leave a bad taste in my mouth if I did it before the festival, you know?
yeah, it's sensible.
Thank you.
Saying no is not much better.
No,
Say no to an opportunity because you can. That's
Oh.
the dream.
because I can. I mean, I would have loved some money.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Can I not do it and still get paid?
yeah. Oh, that'd be nice. That's why I used to book them.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
That's how you. Yeah,
That's how you do it.
because then you don't do the gig and you get paid for
Yeah.
being the booker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's sweet. And I'd find someone who's really good at that, and then they get
and
paid
then
more.
yeah, and everyone's getting a slice of the corporate pie.
Yummy.
Yeah,
I think we pretty much have to play some sleepover.
We must.
games. We must.
Yeah.
We're at that point. Oh, actually, I did have one more question
Okay.
before we do that.
Yeah.
Because I know about your podcast, The Worst Idea of All Time.
yeah.
I was wondering if that hindered your friendship with Tim Batt.
I mean, in a way, it morphed the friendship. It formed the friendship.
Okay.
That
okay,
we
sorry.
became friends through the podcast.
Yeah, right. I will explain to the listeners. So you had a season of the podcast where you would watch the same movie every week and review it, right?
We watch and review the same movie every week for a year.
For a year.
And so, 52 times.
It's fucking insane.
We did it. We just celebrated 10 years, and we've retired the format. We're not
damn.
doing it anymore
Yes,
because
yes.
we're too old, and it was making us go crazy. But no, we became really good friends from doing that. I was actually just listening to the first season, which
Yeah.
I'd never listened to before because we're re-releasing it at the moment.
Yeah.
And you know, it was crazy to hear our friendship develop in real time and hear
Aw.
like the growth of the you know, like it's a real journey. By the end of the first season, like I listened to an episode yesterday and we're recording a lot of the first movie was Grown Ups 2, and a lot of that movie is set in a Kmart. And in the 50th episode of 52, we're in Los Angeles, we're at the Grove, we've watched the movie in a Kmart, and we're recording an episode walking around a Kmart. And like we're just dizzy because we've like it was nothing, and now we're in Los Angeles and we're in a Kmart, and I was like, this is crazy. So it's really
cool.
beautiful. And I'm really kind of glad to have, you know, that moment and that connection time stamped and like
Yeah.
I guess documented because it's very unusual. But
Yeah.
then over 10 years, it's like the friendship is always strong. We
Okay.
love each other like brothers. But, you know, it does get to a point where if you're working with someone all the time and they text you, you want to be excited that your friend has texted you. And if Tim texts me, I'd be like, what does this motherfucker
Yeah.
want, you know?
Yeah.
Look at this guy just crashing into my phone to ruin my day. And so when you're getting to that point, I think, well, maybe we could rewire the way this is working.
Yeah. Stop doing it. pretty
Yeah,
much.
basically, yeah. We could, you know, we've done enough with this.
That's smart. I actually had got a bit of that when I used to work for my mum a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'd get a message from mum and I'd get a little bit of anxiety. I'd be
Yeah.
stressed and it was awful. She was the best boss I've ever had.
Yeah.
The job was awesome. It was just like marketing for food and beverages.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like yummy, awesome, fun. But it was a like noticeable relief when we stopped.
Well,
And-
then, because when you get a text, you're just like, oh, it's mum.
mum.
Yeah,
It's just mum.
It's not something I have to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That is nice. All right, let's play some
Okay.
sleepover games. The first one's Would You Rather.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure if you guys get that game in New Zealand, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You do?
I
Yeah,
got
okay, okay, cool. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Would you rather Never get to do TV ever again, or have to keep watching Home Alone 3 every day,
Oh,
once a day.
I would rather never do TV
Yeah.
ever again by a mile.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
I
Because you go crazy.
I am so finished with repeated viewings of things. I mean, like, you know, TV's bonus. Live is the dream.
Yeah.
If it was
yeah.
like stand up or that, it would be
Yeah,
harder, I
okay,
think. I would probably
okay.
take Home Alone 3 over
Wow.
the stand up. But the
Alright.
TV, get out of here,
Easy.
TV. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
easy.
want to watch Home Alone 3 anymore. It's not even that good.
I've never seen any of them.
Oh, I mean, the first one.
Yeah?
It's honestly phenomenal.
Okay.
The second one's good too.
Okay. Okay. Should I watch
Second-
the first one around Christmas time?
You can watch it whenever you like.
Okay.
And then, yeah, but you know what? You watch it when you feel like it.
Thank you.
I'm not going to prescribe homework.
I don't know how this is gonna go. You're obsessed with spelling, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
My friend who he loves it. He loves Home Alone, and he got his wife got him the Home Alone house Lego, and I like he built that, and that is like, man, Lego's killing it.
Yeah. How big was it? Like.
It's big. It was
Yeah.
like, you know, like it's big, proper. You can open it up, and there's all the rooms, and there's like all
wow.
the gags they have inside of it. Like I
Oh my
got
god.
once Chelsea got me the Simpsons house, and I built that, and it's like that's got all the rooms and stuff, and it's like Lego's, you know, their collaborations with whatever. I guess a lot of them are owned by Disney, I guess, but
Yeah.
when they make one that you want, it's
Yeah.
like, I love it. I love it. I was actually in the foyer. There was a
crazy.
brochure for Lego. There's a Lego
did
land
see
here in Melbourne or
that.
something. Looks pretty kid heavy. And it's the school holidays. So I was like, I'm not going to go.
Yeah,
But I was
God.
thinking,
I didn't realize it was school holidays.
yeah,
That's annoying.
no, it's great. Well, it's
Oh,
known for the
you'd
parents.
Say that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh,
Good for the kids.
good for the kids. Annoying for me. I like to go swimming, and public pools
Oh,
get
yeah.
filled with children.
Yeah, of course.
And
Well,
piss.
it's cold here.
That's true.
You swimming in a wetsuit in an outdoor pool?
No.
But
No, I
would
just
would
go
people
for a
do
swim.
that? No.
People do that.
Wetsuit outdoor pool through winter in Australia?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
in Melbourne probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to just swim in my gym pool, but it broke.
Mm.
I don't know how, and I don't think they have any plans to fix it. It's very annoying.
Gym pool.
Yeah.
How do you break a pool like a crack?
I swear, I think something happened like a crack.
It's got to be a crack.
Yeah.
And then I guess
How?
you have to drain it. You got to plaster or patch it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like, I don't think it would, it should be fixed by now.
Yeah.
I'm very frustrated. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is weatherproof.
Well, what are you doing to
Indoors.
fix it? Have you learned how to fix a pool?
Continuing to pay for my fucking membership.
Okay.
I don't know.
That is to be fair, that is your bit. You are
Yeah.
doing your bit.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, sorry to get heated.
No.
All right, I've got another. Would you rather?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather lose your ability to write or speak?
Ooh. So, if I'm speaking, I just can't put it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I can do voice notes and whatnot.
No, you can't speak.
No,
Oh,
just
wait.
if I'm
Yes,
speaking.
yes.
Yeah.
You can do voice notes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
I've got
And
a
that's
hack.
pretty easy to transcribe.
Just take it away from me. Take voice notes away. So it's like you can speak, but you can't document it. But say it's got to be. I'd rather speak.
You'd rather speak. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
The speaking. The speaking's a big
everything.
one. Yeah,
It's-
the speaking's a big one for me personally.
Yeah.
I love the speaking. I mean,
Yeah.
this podcast, for example.
You've
Probably-
been speaking the whole time.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. Well,
my
not all
God.
the time. I like to think I've been leaving some
Sorry,
big gaps.
You have. You've been incredible. You've been a wonderful
I notice you've been talking in them.
No, that makes sense. That's a good decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did, it's funny with the would you rather where you hear it and you're like, oh, and then when you feel like you've got a clear answer, you're like, okay, you
Yeah.
put pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And your goal as the question asker is to create one where it's like,
It's tough.
you're right, you're
These
stuck right there.
weren't that tough for you. These were really easy.
I'm going gangbusters so far.
Fuck. It's because I don't know you very well at all.
Do you feel? Yeah, well, yeah. This is the second time we've met,
Yeah.
and the first time was we were just on a lineup together and we said hi.
Yeah, and it was like a week ago.
yeah, it was. Well, we've emailed,
we have. That's usually how I like to get to know people.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no. You're going great. Is there another? Would you rather? Are we on to a
I've
new
got
game?
more games.
Okay,
new
fun.
game. Yep.
Yeah.
This one's fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
I know.
I
it's
like it.
crazy. Fuck, marry, kill, spelling, counting, and the scientific method.
Okay. Kill the scientific method.
What?
I don't even know what it is. I'm so bad at science.
Oh my God, but it's so important.
Well, I know, but yeah, this is a funny one because you've clearly got your own answer. Like traditionally, what is it?
I think it's when you see something and then you write it down and then you check it and then you.
And then and it's like verifying how the world works.
Yeah.
Einstein, Newton, all these guys were doing the scientific method.
They were, yeah.
And they help. But do you know what? They did all this work. And I bet you it's led to good things.
Yeah, but where are they now?
Well, yeah,
Dead.
6 feet underground. No, but it doesn't make any material difference to how I'm carrying my life. Like, they've done it. They've written it down. It has been, published in children's books. So it's explainable to people like me.
Yes.
And still, I'm just moving through the world. The laws of gravity are still keeping me on the ground.
Yes.
I don't know how it's working.
That's true. And it doesn't really matter.
Well, but it's important. But so for me,
It's important.
I'm killing the scientific method.
Okay, all right.
You actually
As you
almost
were.
talked me out of it.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's good. I'm going to marry spelling,
Okay, yeah, that
which
makes
is
sense.
sensible. And I suppose I'm
Fucking
going to
crazy.
fuck maths.
I said counting.
Counting. I'm going to fuck counting.
Much more basic.
Yeah, I'm going to... yeah. Am I? Or am I going to... I mean, if counting's so simple, maybe I'll kill counting and I'll fuck the scientific method. Because I could learn about myself and learn about what's happening. And
Yeah, but counting does feel important.
yeah.
Like, how do you know, how will you know how many shoes to bring to Melbourne?
Wow, yeah, you'd just be picking up a random number of...
You got no
well, there
idea
wouldn't even be a
how
number. You'd just be carrying loose footwear, hoping
You
for
have
the
to
best.
pay extra for luggage because you
Well,
get it wrong.
I mean, difficult to catch flights, obviously, because time's out the window.
yeah, time's counting.
They can't weigh your bag, so you can, in that respect, you can pack as much as you like.
Oh, so true.
You could bring
Okay.
all shoes. Because
Okay.
shoes, that's what takes up most of the space in the suitcase.
totally.
How many pairs of shoes did you bring?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if slippers count.
Yeah,
But
pretty
slippers
good.
are light and they're foldable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've used maybe 2 of them.
Oh, damn, that's annoying. I bought 3.
Yeah.
Use them all.
Yeah.
I'm really proud.
Yeah. I
You
thought.
got to bring the run. I bring the runners. Got to bring the runners. Then I got a pair of Converse.
Yeah.
Versatile every day, and then I've got like a pair of sort of waterproof, still street shoes,
Yeah.
but like
Oh, for the rain and stuff.
yeah,
That's
because
smart.
I get really upset if I get wet socks. I get
As you should.
properly sad.
That sounds really funny.
Yeah,
And that's a kid's book right there, honestly.
probably sad.
No, just you being sad with wet feet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my socks are wet.
Yeah.
It does sound like.
Oh
a
my
kid's book.
God. I sell it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
coming up with ideas this week. I've had guests on that. I'm like, if you do this business venture, you've got to credit me.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Okay. My socks are wet. That's flying off shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wish I brought my runners. I have sneakers,
Mm.
but I was packing my heel high
Mm-hmm.
over the knee boots, and I was like, well, just in case I really want to party at the end of the run, and I'm like, I'm not fucking partying in heels. Who am I kidding?
No,
me?
yeah.
Who am
But
I
have you
kidding?
worn them?
Once to go to a nice lunch.
And were you wearing them because you wanted to, or were you wearing them because you're like, if I don't wear them now, I've bought this
Kind
for
of
nothing.
the latter. Yeah.
Kills you. But good on you. I think I've got
Thanks.
through everything. There's one jacket I haven't worn because the weather hasn't lent itself to it yet. But I've
Is it full on?
no, it's just a nice sort of over the top
Okay.
jacket, like a shacket type thing.
Oh, so it's light.
It's light, but it's got padding.
Okay.
But otherwise, everything has been in use, and that is like, the more that you have to pack and move around, the more satisfaction I take. Where I'm like, not a single wasted item.
Yeah. I love that.
And I left probably 5% space in the suitcase if I want to buy something.
Oh my God, you're so smart.
But I haven't been out yet.
Okay.
There's a shop I like. I'm going to go to.
What is it?
In Fitzroy.
What kind of shop?
It's just a streetwear shop.
There's some really nice ones around
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It shocked me. And coming like from Sydney, no, I'm not from there, but I live there. The shop fronts are huge in Fitzroy.
Yeah, yeah.
And full of fashion.
Yeah.
Couture.
Yeah. No, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's very
I
exciting.
think I should do it actually.
You should, and I would love an update.
Because I like
if
to,
do.
you like to, you like to demark moments, milestones. I think I do like to, because if you don't bask in them for a second, then you miss them completely, and then it's just the next thing. You've really got to make the time to, when you finish your first run, you buy yourself a nice dinner, or you got to do something because it's like I did it.
Yeah.
And I got to go to the shop because I want to get
Go
something
get
to be like,
something nice.
yeah, I did it.
Ooh, yeah, I would love an update. I want to see this. I love
Yeah.
clothes so much.
You do,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
so much. It's the only reason I want to be rich. I want so many clothes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a fantasy wardrobe? Like wardrobe space. It's always a challenge.
Yeah. Mine's
You know.
overflowing. I bought
Yeah.
a big dresser that I filled with only my stuff, and that's also overflowing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get rid of clothes
It's
every 6
impossible
months.
for there to be room.
I don't understand.
I've got a bag full of archived t-shirts. T-shirts is like I've got so many t-shirts. And
Archived?
yeah, I've got a good bit of life out of them. They're not in circulation right now,
Yeah.
but I can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
So they're archived.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They'll be in the museum one day.
Well, I don't know. I read it. Murakami did a cool book, which was he collects t-shirts. Haruki Murakami, the Japanese author, and he did one where it's just like photos of a different t-shirt, and he just talks about the t-shirt.
Oh,
And I'm like,
that's
that to me, I was like, that's
cool.
so nice.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to stop circling through them because a t-shirt from now 20 years later, you're like, God, I'm glad I've got this.
Yeah, and
old
if you just
t-shirt.
kept wearing it, it'd be dead.
Yeah.
They fall apart. I wear my things to the very end. And my favorite t-shirt.
That's good.
Oh, I love it. But my favorite, I got already secondhand from like a market. It was so thin, and
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's just
They get, like,
holes.
sheer.
It's literally holes just
Yeah.
held together by string, and I can't bring myself to throw
Yeah.
it out. It's so
Yeah.
sad.
Archive it.
But I can't wear it.
Yeah. Frame it.
Maybe. All right, next game. It's another fuck, marry, kill. Sorry.
Okay.
Same game. This one's very important. Fuck, marry, kill, and I think I know where you're gonna go, honestly, but I've been wrong.
Yeah.
Taskmaster, have you been paying attention? And thank God you're here.
Oh.
You don't have to answer though if you're worried about the networks. Second.
No, I'll answer. Well, they're all, they're all remarkable in their own way.
Of course.
But I think I have to marry Taskmaster.
Called it.
I think it's it's as a format, it's just such a gift because it's just it's just freedom.
Yeah.
And then I would have to fuck Thank God You're Here.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, it's like doing that was just a dream. It's just like
Yeah.
and it's again, you get agency and freedom. They're just setting you up for success. And then, I'm not happy about it, but I have to kill Have You Been just because I have to kill something.
You've got to kill
also,
something.
I mean, but also great freedom and great fun, but probably, there's a more prescribed style of comedy you're performing, and that was the other ones. You're just like, you're
doing you.
operating as yourself. More or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah. No, I mean, glad I got that one right.
Challenging though. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. But I did expect that exact answer.
Yeah,
Honestly.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, huge shout out to all comedy format shows.
They're incredible. It's just, I mean, it is a really freaking good time for it at the moment. It's so cool to see like younger, newer comics just being pushed around on all of this stuff. I love it so much. It's so
That's
exciting.
nice, yeah.
And thank God you're here. It's like, that's my childhood,
Yeah.
We all saw that. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. We've got 2 more games.
Okay.
The next one's called Bend or Snap.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's basically, I'm going to ask you a thing. If your friend did this or was this, would your friendship bend or snap?
Okay.
Is it You'll be flexible, or is it over?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Bend or snap if your friend can't spell.
Oh, bend.
That's kind.
Always bend. Spelling, the magic of the spelling bee is it doesn't actually matter. Spelling is so irrelevant. But it's still centralized in all of our lives. Everyone has a relationship to it. But it's not a reflection of intelligence or anything.
Okay.
And so to me, that's always a bend.
Okay.
Chris Parker,
Yeah.
one of the worst spellers I've met in my life. I'm living with the guy.
He's so funny.
Yeah, yeah. And we're not spelling, like we're just talking. We say the words. And in my head, I'm like, you're getting all this fucking wrong,
It doesn't matter. That's if I did the fuck, marry, kill with spelling and counting and the scientific method,
You'd
I'd
kill
kill spelling.
not your strengths.
No.
Yeah, that's okay.
No.
I'm wrong with that.
I've got spell check.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone does now.
Yeah.
Still get it wrong though. It's crazy.
All the time. You'd
Yeah.
hate to read any of these.
Yeah. I kind of want to.
No. It's also messy because I was lying in bed taking notes. It's one of them. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Bend or snap if your friend hates bees.
They hate bees.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, it's a bend again. It's It's going to take a lot for me to snap. I want you to know.
Okay. You're clinging on to those friends.
Yeah. I need them. But no, the bees. It's not really our business, and if you don't like bees, that's fine. But
Hates.
yeah,
That's pretty. I think that's pretty crazy.
It's very unusual
In this day and age.
It's certainly unlikely. Bees are important,
They're important.
keeping the ecosystem
And we know
going.
that now.
Yeah, but maybe they're allergic. Maybe they had a
They're
traumatic
not.
experience.
They
Okay,
didn't.
they're not. They didn't. They just hate bees.
They just hate bees.
I'm still only bending.
Wow.
But I'm giving them a wider berth. I'm like, what is going? So I go to them. What is going on with you and bees?
Yeah.
What do they say?
They say, I don't like the cut of their jib.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like anything about them.
You know what? That's cool, man. That's your prerogative. Let's talk about something. What do you
No,
think about?
I hate bees and I'm going to
Okay.
talk about
Okay.
hating bees.
If it's all you want to talk about, this might be a problem. What do you think about wasps?
I don't know what that is. All I think about is bees.
Wow.
I
Okay.
hate them.
I don't know how we became this close of friends.
I think we found a snap.
I'm still only bending.
Oh my God.
It's trying to make me snap.
What I got for the last one? Okay. All right. Bend or snap if your friend steals your cute bucket hat and doesn't give it back. Refuses to.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of weird about it.
Mm,
Maybe they
it's
lost
the
it.
closest I've come.
They're not being honest about it either. It's weird.
Okay. This is interesting. I don't know why they're doing this. I think they've crossed the line.
I think they
I think I have to snap.
Yes. They're out of here.
Yeah. I will not tolerate that.
No,
sort of
I
behaviour.
mean, it'd be weird.
Yeah, that would
It'd
be a
be
problem.
weird.
Theft is not good. Sentimental theft as well.
Yeah.
There's no value.
And then lying about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did the other thing. I got Olive a nicer one. Like
Yeah.
my one's an old toweling hat. I got her a
Oh.
Kangol hat, the same shade that matches. And so if they're taking it now, just when we've got the same hat,
Yeah. Oh, that's huge.
we're running into problems.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Last game.
Okay.
It's truth or dare.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be honest with you though. You've kind of answered the truth already, so I'm gonna suggest dare.
Okay. Okay.
But it's up to you.
No, I'll take deer.
You'll take dare. Okay.
I actually hate deer. Oh no.
It's okay. You'll be fine. I believe in you. I believe in you more than
hate-
I believe in me, honestly.
I hate deer. Go. Just do it.
I'm going to ask you, I'm going to dare you to spell otorhinolaryngologist. I can't even say
Otto.
it. Otorhinolaryngologist.
Okay. Otorhinolaryngologist.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Otorhino. Otorhinolaryng. LARYNGOL. Laryn. Can you say the last bit?
Gologist.
Laryngologist. GOL. OGIST?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
So good.
Perfect.
Holy moly. That's crazy.
Holy shit, you're a fucking genius.
I don't think I get that.
That's crazy. I also would have accepted ENT
Oh, yeah.
because that's what it is. It's an ear, nose, throat doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, that's good though. You got spelling
God
tags.
damn, that's
Yeah.
so impressive.
Thank you.
How did you do this? How did you get so good at spelling?
I don't know. Those ones, I was like, I can get all those.
Get
I
all
think
the
I knew
little
the
bits.
roots.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking
Laren,
hell.
Rhino, I got.
Yeah.
Otto was the risk, and then the
Yeah.
ologist. I was in my head. I was like, it's ologist. Yeah, it's 2 O's around the L. I'd remember if it was an O and an I around the L.
Well, that's going to be the most amazing thing I experience all day. So
I got to say, you really set me up there. I feel like I'm so happy I spelled that way.
I'm so impressed. I'm glad you did too, because
Yeah.
otherwise, I mean,
The whole thing would be
it's all falling apart.
thrown into question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't spell often, you know. You host this show, people wanted you to
Exactly.
spell all the time.
Oh, thanks so much for getting in the fort with me.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, it's been delightful.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everyone what you're up to, where they can find you?
Yeah, sure. I'm touring Australia, and you can find tickets at guymontgomery.co.nz. You know, or you can go to my Instagram at guy_mont. It was probably watching a clip of this on it. They're probably already
Almost certainly.
there. But
Probably
yeah.
not this part of it though.
No, that's true. And then that's where you get all the information, all the relevant information. I'm
Yeah.
trying not to use it, but I still have to. So, you
Don't
know.
DM him.
Yeah. Email me.
I'll put your email in the show notes.
Put the email in the show notes.
And you've got a special out.
Oh yeah, you can check out my show last year on YouTube. It's called My Brain Is Blowing Me Crazy. And otherwise, you know, I just want everyone to have a nice day, night. Could be listeners at night.
Could be. Who knows? Monsters, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. I love you all. Mwah.
Wow.